There you go. Good morning. It's Tax Savings Tuesday and Bookkeeping Tips. Welcome. Today is February 28th. I'm Christopher, IRS Acceptance Agent, Tax Professional for more than 10 years. I'm also life and health insurance agent. I've been doing this business for more than 10 years now. Welcome to our virtual workshop. Today, since it's tax season, we're going to provide you tips that will help you to minimize or even save more taxes on the next 5 to 10 years. Whether you are a business owner or high income professional, this workshop is for you. So let's go ahead and start. Let me just check my audio if everything is working good. I would like to know at the end of this presentation, we have a one-time offer. Please stay all the way to the end. I want to know each one of our listeners and viewers out there. Just type your name and what city you're from. We would like to acknowledge each and every one of our viewers. Just our webinar agenda for the tax savings and bookkeeping tips. This will only last less than 30 minutes. There's a Q&A session if there are some questions on the comment sections, but always welcome to book test for a 30-minute free consultation on our website. Participants are encouraged to type questions. We provided also a free tax and bookkeeping checklist on our website. Just go to the website. And if you want to build an economic and recession-proof business, just book your 30-minute consultation. You need a partner, a strategic partner for your accounting needs. If you subscribe on our YouTube channel, Chris Wycotax, we are giving away a free gift card as a raffle. Just a quick start. I would like to know you, but also I would like you to know me. I started all the way to the Philippines as a person that has a dream to be in the US. That's why I become a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. On the right side, most importantly, I have a twin brother. Yeah, my twin brother, he's in the Philippines. He's a special child, and I'm proud to acknowledge him every now and then during my presentation because we always live for a reason, and he's my one of the reasons aside from my family to continue living the dream to become an entrepreneur, because more than the time, the financial freedom, I'd like to have more time freedom to spend to him every year, especially on our birthday. So that's why I never stop dreaming to have my own company. Every time that I'm done in the operating room, I go and sell here in Texas. I don't take overtime. I don't take weekend shift because I'd like to put more time for my business. That's why during my presentation, after 5 p.m., I used to sell these health products, Energy Stone. And one of the listeners is an accountant. He has a business everywhere and he has his own tax office. That's why he told me, Chris, you know what? With your character and the skill sets, you could run a tax company. That was 2012 or 2011. Then I never looked back of aiming for employment. That's the reason why after our partnership in 2015, I started my own company named Wycotax. But because of my success on the business here in the US, I started to conduct free workshops, either virtual or in person. We conducted workshops in Silicon Valley, here in Texas, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, and here in the Brownsville. So the company was born in 2015. We do have only one corporate location and everything is virtual now. I think as a business owner, you always want to innovate and navigate your business because you want something that could fit your lifestyle. Because I always travel, I started to offer more virtual services and virtual meetings. It saves a lot of time, not just for me, but also with my clients. Instead of driving 30-20 minutes to be in my office, we can get things done in less than 30 minutes virtually. So it saves because anything that we can measure, we can improve. The gas price is outrageous. That's why you don't have to travel. Just book us a 30-minute consultation virtually for free. We are an all year round, all in one tax bookkeeping and payroll service solution. We are now opening our company more on the financial services, like offering index universal life, insurance, annuities, because our clients are growing their income. So we have to complement more services for them. Overall, we have a combined 30 years of experience. Last year, I'm also a QuickBooks certified, QuickBooks Online. and also an IRS or certified agent. What does it mean? I do represent or certified by the IRS to authenticate foreign documents like passport for people that would like to open a tax ID number, people that are tourist visa that they're not qualified to have a social security number, also business visa. I'm also a business coach. We do provide, we have a virtual group for businesses. It's a general business group. You're welcome to join. That's why, because of our continuous advocacy to educate entrepreneurs to scale up their business, we have publications as we are nominated or won as 2022 Business Person of the Year here in South Texas. And also, we won the Gawad America in Beverly Hills, California for Filipino American Entrepreneur of the Year. All right, I know everybody's exhausted and this, I don't want to overwhelm you. So let's get started. If you're tired of doing it yourself, let us help. The presentation is meant for small business owners, self-employed, and work from home, people that receive 1099s with or without employees, high-income professionals making more than 80,000 a year, e-commerce, non-accountants. For 2022, this year, this is the tsunami of IRS audits. IRS is hiring 87,000. When I say audits, we're talking about Schedule Cs. If you're still using Schedule Cs, you are in great trouble because these new agents are after with that because they know how we always estimate our expenses. You need to avoid the trial and error approach that will cause the IRS red flags that paralyzes your business. This material, as a disclaimer, has been prepared for informational purposes only. It is not intended to provide and should not be relied on any for tax, legal, or accounting advice. Examples and these materials in this webinar are only for illustrative purpose and should not be relied for technical answers. Wycotax is a virtual outsourced tax and bookkeeping company, and we are not associated with any institutions on this presentation and is a private business providing services for small businesses. So let's do a client case study. This is a typical client for us. She owns a clinic and she's considering to get more funding resources because as an entrepreneur, self-employed, you need team, you need manpower, you need working capital. Maybe you're purchasing new equipment, maybe new software, training materials for your company. So that's the reason why most of our clients, they don't only get the bookkeeping and tax savings benefit, but they also get as a communicator for borrowers and to the lenders that they're working, whether it's an SBA or whether it's a bank. So that's why, what are the things that she have to keep in mind related to her financial documents? My question with you guys, type 1 if your books and tax record are up to date, and type 2 if you're not confident that you're ready to file your tax return. Type on the comment section. We're going to use the word accountant for the tax savings tips, and for bookkeeping tips as well. Please write letter A. You need to avoid mixtures of accounts. This is what I'm saying. Like there's what you call, when you always mix your business and personal account, that might be a problem with the IRS. They might see that as a hobby rather than a business. When they say a hobby, you're not regular. This is not ordinary business. This is just as you wish. When you want to do the business, that's why you're not opening your bank account, business bank account. You're not applying for any employer identification number or EIN. So those are the things that the IRS is running after or running towards these people that they have a business, but they don't have a separate business accounts or business credit card. I don't recommend so many business cards. It should be just one bank account and one credit card. I'm not sure if you need more than that, but ideally, if you're just starting, do not open a lot of business cards because it's so hard to reconcile. You should avoid mixing your funds with non-business related transactions. But if you are, you cannot avoid using your personal credit card or business bank account, personal account, there's a way how to do that in the proper bookkeeping. Next, letter C, you have to cut back on manual reporting. Can you type number 1? Who among you here still have shoe boxes? People that have shoe boxes, that's the thing on the past. Everything is automated. You can download. Instead of having shoe boxes, you have to download, number 1, you have to download a mobile app, the receipt tracker. Again, it's a receipt tracker that you can take a picture of any cash receipts that you purchase or when you go to the gas station, take a picture, and then it will store on the mobile app, then that's something that could be submitted to your virtual bookkeeper. That's a thing on the past, having a shoebox, and then when you get audited, because any type of business or any type of audit has 3 years at least to audit your tax return. What they're going to look at, as we work with the auditor, I work with the auditor before, they're looking on those shoeboxes. But the problem, when your receipts is in the carbon and the paper, they can easily be erased because through time and time, it's carbon, it's made of carbon. Those numbers were gone, and those are all bunch of papers that have nothing to solidify your to solidify you winning the case. So that's why you need to have a mobile app. If you're driving and you're using your car, you need to use your mileage tracker. It's also available on an app store. There you go. And then also another, letter C, you have count with experience. I normally says that if you're going to build a castle, castle, which means your business, you have to put it in a solid foundation. Where we say solid foundation, it should have a deeper understanding, a deeper experience on what's going on. If I would like to start my company as a restaurant, I would hire an experienced manager who's going to run the restaurant. If I would like to approve for the loan, I would hire a good bookkeeper and tax professional that worked with the lender before. Because for me, those are all foreign language if I'm a business owner that has no knowledge about accounting. That's why I said you always delegate and elevate, because you want this to file. You don't want a trial and error, especially if you're asking for $350,000 in the bank. And at the same time, that should be in compliance with the IRS regulation. That's why during pandemic, we were able to secure paycheck protection program, economic injury disaster loan, even the employee retention tax credits. Those are the credits that we were able to obtain with on behalf of our clients because we are updated. The Wycotax is updated with all their financial statements. We just submit it to the paycheck protection program. And then the EIDL, that's the reason why, like Gloria, she's running her business, marketing her business while we're where we're submitting all her financials to the lender and to the SBA lenders. All right, next, letter O, you have to open and check accounts. Even though you have a virtual bookkeepers or anybody that you trusted, you do random audits. Try to check whether you should have check credit card statements, bank statements. If there are already canceled subscriptions or that you're not using, that's the best time to cancel those. Because any type of expenses, when you put them, small or big, when you put them together, it hurts your profitability. Then letter O, U, you have to utilize every deduction. Before I proceed with letter U, let's review. Letter A, write the word accountant, okay? Write the word accountant. Letter A, you have to avoid mixing your business and personal. Now, letter C, cut back on manual reporting. Another C, you have to count with experience. Letter O, you have to open your checking, savings account, credit cards, anything that related to your business even twice a month. And then letter U, you have to utilize every deduction. When I'm talking about every deduction, you can utilize actually your home, because there's a home office expenses. You can utilize the use of your card through the mileage. And then there's another one. You can also utilize your personal travel. And I'm not going to discuss how you can utilize your personal travel when you want to go to Disneyland. Those are the things that we discuss in a 30-minute free consultation, because anything, as long as it's reasonable, ordinary, and regular for the business, can be deducted. That's why this is business with pleasure. This is most ignore on number 5, payroll. It's either ignore or doing poorly done or done wrong, because there are certain point in your life, like Gloria, she's making 1 million and she's not putting herself in payroll. She's still an single member LLC. You need to put yourself on payroll, but there are some extra step for you to be legally pay or put yourself as an employee of your own company. I'm not gonna discuss it today because there's an additional form that you need to fill out. And if you want to know that, if you're taking home more than $50,000 a year, we're talking about net profit. After all the expenses, you make 1 million and you still have at least 50,000 on your bank. I do suggest, especially if you're living here in South Texas, it's time for you to put yourself on payroll. And there's an extra form that need to be filled out. So that's the reason why we are here, because eventually you need Gloria. She has other bills in the house that she cannot just pull out from her business. All right. That's why any personal expenses can be classified as business expense. And then next, letter T, we have the tax savings benefits. This is where you are converting your expenses to become an asset. What do I mean by that? There's a what you call tax shelter product or investment. There's a tax later, like 401k and annuities, and there's also tax never, like life insurance. Those are the things that you need to be planning. A classic example, we have a client, a restaurant owner, they're making 200,000 a month. And then they decided, for the past 3 years, I was thinking that they're very profitable. And then I checked their books. They're overestimating their expenses and underreporting their income. They have a loss of 300,000 a year. And they said, they come to my door. They said, they want to apply, Chris, we would like to apply for an SBA loan. The problem when I see their books, it's negative. How can the lender give you money if the past years you're reporting negative 300,000? It doesn't matter how many money you're making. What matters is how many money you're taking home. Okay, so that's why I said might as well, if I were them, I did put their employees, give them insurance, because those are group health insurance, term insurance, those are all companies deductions. Also the key players of the business, like the managers, could be key employees. There's another insurance. And then for yourself, to increase your asset, invest with investment slash life savings or life insurance. Those are all assets, expenses converted to assets, and eventually they will come handy because the lender can use that as a collateral, or they can use that in able to increase your approval rate for any type of loans or grants, even money that you're making. And then last, we're come to the near letter A. All tax forms will be needed. All I just have to tell you, the tax forms are all W-2s and 1099s. Any W-2s, 1099s you have to give it to your tax professional. These are all reported to the IRS. So that's why it needs to match. It needs to match your record. Then letter N, neat and organized records. Your books should always be up to date as much as possible monthly. That's why you have a bookkeeper. Also, because anything on the month-to-month expenses and income in a year, remember, if you want to save more taxes, eventually you're paying 30%. If you minimum amount of taxes is 30% for business owners. Those can only be minimized more than 15% or 20% if there's a tax planning during the year. Tax savings, you don't really make any savings if you're rushing to your tax professional at the end of the year, like April 15, where the deadline is already due. Do not do the Christmas or the Black Friday rush where you're gonna knock on the door of your tax professional and expecting him to do magic. He cannot do anything there. He's only basing the numbers on the summary. Remember, guys, it's a summary of your profit and loss. That's why you have to invest with the tax planner. Okay, and then number one, lastly, this is the top priority reports. Remember, the deadline for 1040s is April 15, but I think if it falls on Friday, weekend or holiday, the holiday is going to be the next day or next Monday. Top priority reports, 1040 for partnerships, it's 1065, 1120S, 1120C for corporations. All right, there you go. So that they have deadlines, but remember, if you did not file on time, you need to file an extension and pay your necessary or estimated taxes if you cannot file on time. File an extension and also pay an estimated taxes that you think in able to avoid penalties and interest. That's why connect with our company, Wycotax. We are QuickBooks certified from online. And we also partnered up with lawyers like Legal Shield. It's a Netflix subscription. You can Netflix subscription of lawyers where you can ask so many questions when you are subscribed, from immigrations, from corporate questions, legal, all of those. We are partnered up with them. But now, one-time offer at the end of this, that's why I'm saying we have a bookkeeping and tax bundle that includes all your tax and email support. On your 2022, you are going to avail the following benefits. If you receive any letter pertaining to your year 2022, we do review that. Audit assistance. We provide you copy of transcript. Eventually, if you want to provide buy a house or for your kids to go to school, any type of tax records to the IRS, that's a copy of transcript. That's also part of the bundle. And dedicated virtual accountant via text and email support. We do communicate via text and email, and we will prepare, clean up your books at 1040 preparation for 2022. If you want now for this 2023, we do have an offer to you. Either you have an accountant or you have a bookkeeper, or you can have both. There's account reconciliation, transaction categorization, financial reporting that will be done monthly. Then a strategic planning meeting, it can be done. If you have a bookkeeper, we do it quarterly or once a year. Then we also, our term of cancellation, if you want to get, the owner also always have the freedom to have a 30 days prior notice to any of our services. Then check our website. These are all the other services we provide. We are doing other processing like ARTC, employee retention tax credits, SBA business loan packet assistance. All right. Why do you need to have outsourced? I think having an in-house, it's something that an option, but not necessary. Having an outsource gives you a peace of mind, especially for accounting and bookkeeping needs. Save headaches, save time, you save money. But most importantly, what matters to me is faster access to grants and loans. And we already experienced that. And also our clients have that convenience to get access right on the front door when this benefits the PPP SBA open their money. Why entrust your business to Wycotax? Right, WYCO. It's worry-free, year-round, competitive, and on-time tax bookkeeping payroll service solution in the US. Check our reviews. This is one of our success story. Our owner of the restaurant, that we become an invaluable part of his business, from setting up the business, bookkeeping, tax filing. So that's why when the COVID situation happened, we are working side by side. That's why you have to choose your battle. Are you still manually reporting like this, or you want an organized record like this? I'm pretty sure the left one will never win the battle to the IRS. And do you want to work in the business or work on your business? Find the right partner for you. Because according to Steve Jobs, great things are never done by one person. They are done by a team of people. And awards and certifications, like what I've said, we are 2022 Business Person of the Year, and also 2018 Minority Business of the Year with U.S. Certified Commendation from the U.S. Senate, Special Congressional Recognition, IRS Certified Acceptance Agent, QuickBooks Certified Life and Health Insurance Agent. Then one of the highlights is to be interviewed by one of the richest women in the world, no other than Miss Linda McMahon. She's a previous SBA Director and Administrator. That's why we talk about the business situation in the lower Rio Grande Valley. It's a privilege. If you will be given a chance to build an economic and recession-proof business, would you take it or not? Whether you take it or not, you're always welcome to book your 30-minute free consultation. Thank you, everyone. That would be all. And again, it's tax season. Do not forget that we have a free 30-minute consultation, a bail our package. All right. Again, I'm Christopher Waikoko, IRS acceptance agent, entrepreneur, and tax professional. Thank you for listening. We don't have questions. Any questions, just book us on our website. Stay safe, everyone.